Today, our world technology is on the trend of developing. It doesn't only support us with many different new technologies, but it also can create many threats that can harm our important information assets. As for most of any organization's information play vital roles. In this case it is the same for Q, and the purpose of this video is to help you guys understand more about threats that can harm Q through online social network. Hi, my name is Alex and I am here to educate you all about threats on Q information assets. There are many threats that can affect the Q information assets through social media, such as phishing, malware, spam, and by using some of the social media functionalities that may also lead to threats such as update status, accept friend request, upload photos or videos, and using third application. These are the main threats that we are going to focus on. Let's start with phishing. Phishing relies on the techniques of social engineering to scam users into revealing their personal information. Most of the time it will direct you to an external website designed to look like a social site that you are using. Careless and unsuspecting users who enter their credentials on the fraudulent website will be at risk of getting their accounts hijacked. In order to bait social media user, example, Facebook user, attacker uses only use one of the following schemes. First one is confirm your account schemes. These messages will ask you to verify yourself as the owner of the account by getting you to click on the link provided. Again, the email will contain a link to a spoof website that will request a user to enter their Facebook details, which is then stolen. Second is violated a policy. Same as above. However, these messages are sent from an already compromised account that has had its name changed to Facebook Security. The message will state that the user's account will be disabled due to policy violations, and in order to reactivate their account, the victim will need to enter their personal information. And third is photos and videos. This type of scheme usually works because of the curiosity of the victim. These messages sent from compromised account and with a catching title will attach the victim to click on it. Here is an example picture of phishing that may help you know how it looked like. Some of the solution to prevent and deal with phishing when you think you are a victim. Beware of things sent from users before click on a link nor filling in a form. Make sure that they are from trusted sources or someone you know. Take time to look at the URL and see if it is legit and have the HTTP in the address. Security software is great program to prevent phishing and provide protection against the attack. Q will have their security software, so this will reduce the effect that phishing causes to the adversity. Also remember to update to the latest security updates, and Q should have their firewall on all the time. Do not use same password for all of your accounts. When one of your account got compromised, the other account still safe. Password for all Q accounts must be strong, which should contain upper and lowercase letters, number. Change password every 3 months. Also reduce the chances of become a victim. If there is suspicious, malicious activities, you should report to the network administration or any relevant authorities to help deal with the illegal activities. Whenever get email from unknown users that ask you to provide your information, delete that email or message. Because most of the companies won't ask such of information. Don't respond to any threatened mails or messages that act as a legit authorization. Don't save any sensitive information on Q computer or your own computer, because if the attacker gain access to the system, they will be able to steal that information. Malware is a kind of software that used by attacker to either gain access to the system, gather information, or destroy and interrupt the operation of computer. There are many kind of malware. It can be include viruses, Trojan horses, rootkit, keyloggers, spyware, and many more. Most of the time, social media content is from a trusted source, and attacker will take advantage of this trust and carry their work. Here is an example of a malware that work through social media. It called clickjacking. Clickjacking is a technique that lure a victim into clicking a button or a link in a form of images or video. Once the link has been clicked, the victim is tricked into liking a page, which then shares the link with your friends and helps spread the scam. It also can trick user to download malware's codec in order to visualize the content. Whenever you think you are a victim of malware attack or your system is infected with malware, you should consider the following solutions. Don't panic. Reboot the computer back to safe mode. This will minimize the damage, and if you have a security software, antivirus software, use them to run a full scan. This will give you a head start of finding those malware, and the security program can also quarantine the problem. If after the scan the program can't solve the problem, try to remember the name of those malware and use a different computer to search the solution. There are many instructions online that may help your case. Report to the network administrator or ask help from professional person. In general, spam is referred to a large number of mails that sent to victim. Its content can be very different depend on its purpose, and due to the large amount of mails that sent to the victim, it will slow down or stop the system to work. In social media, spam can be in many forms. It can come as a wall post, feeds, and also messages. It can contain advertisement or link that take victim to the malicious site. AAaaa application is also an example, as many social media allow user to create their own application. This create an opportunity for attacker to create application, and those applications doesn't work like their stated objective. Instead, its purpose is to spread spam to other user. Whenever there are many wall posts, feed or message that sent to you from an application or specific user in a large number, you may be a victim of a spam attack. Here is an example of how a spam attack look like. Most internet service provider will have a spam filtering service. These can be purchased from your internet service provider or from any computer local shop. The service help filter out spam emails and messages. Whenever you think numbers of emails or message are spam, you can block the user that sent them to you. Deleted those message or emails and block them. As for AAaaa application, be careful when using them. Use application that from trusted sources. By doing a research on the internet, also provide some basic review about that application before use them. Give only users that you know to have the authorities to post on your wall and send message. Keep active on checking out popular type of spam on some sites such as Mashable and the Sophos Naked Security blog. Those threats above are the 3 biggest threats that I think can affect Q information asset through social media. There is also some functions of social media that attacker can take advantage of to threaten Q information assets, as I stated earlier. For example, by using the update status function, user can also give out their information to attacker, and attacker can use that information to do social engineering attack on the university. Another threat that can affect Q when using these functions and might make user become a victim of cyber espionage when accept friend request from an anonymous. Upload personal photo or video may affect Q in some way, such as loss of reputation, and by using third-party application will put the Q at risk of malware. An attacker may gain access to the university system and steal or compromise information. The only solution to this is to be more careful whenever using social media and attackering. Q users and staffs need to take into consideration when using social media at Q, and also be more aware when using application on social network. Ensure that the application come from trusted source and read through the agreement before click agree and apply solutions that was covered. This is the end of the video, and I hope after all the things that I have explained to you may help provide you enough information or ideas on threats to Q information assets.